My name is Brandon and welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you like what you see in here, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button so you stay notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, let's get straight on with today's video. Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be doing a review of the second episode of the Traitors. Now from where we left off last time, obviously we saw that the three traitors had decided who they wanted to obviously remove from the game, but we didn't actually see who was removed from the game. So what we found out is that obviously out of the 20, 19 of them, including the three traitors, were going to come back for breakfast. And obviously once we saw Aaron and Matt come back, we realised there's obviously a bit of a bromance there. And we also realised that Matt likes Alex, so I think they're kind of probably going to be a group of three. And we also found out that from the previous night that the traitors had decided it will either have been Theo, Aisha or Andrea for who they were going to banish. I think for their reasonings, I think it was Theo, because maybe he was a little bit too much, maybe, a little bit too forceful with his finger pointing. With Aisha, it was to obviously break up the young people group. And then for Andrea, it's probably because they probably saw her as competition. So yeah, they basically all explained the first person that they were going to remove was Aisha, so she obviously didn't go to the breakfast and was the first person to be removed. So Ivan and some of the others outside thought that the traitors had got rid of her because Aaron thinks she's pretty. So because someone liked her and because she had a kind of good connection, that's why they had to get rid of Aisha. Imran also explained to some of the others that he also explained to the camera that he was going to have a 90-10 rule, so 90% telling the truth and 10% lying. So he said he would lie by telling the truth, so not the full truth basically. Claire obviously opened up as well. She kind of said that Aisha would go to her if there was any issues, if she had any questions, or if she just wanted someone to talk to. So again, that may have been something that the traitors would think about later on, because obviously I think Amanda and Wilfred were both in the room when she explained that. John also said that she might have been a bit of a social butterfly, with Wilfred jumping in to say that he was also a social butterfly, so maybe he shouldn't have jumped in as quick, because yeah, now he's kind of putting a target on himself, if that's a thing. And Faye basically said that they need to obviously banish the traitors. Nikki, she was obviously sitting on the chair as well. She actually only has one arm, so when Alyssa explained that she didn't do her cheers, it's because she obviously doesn't have her right arm, so it would feel weird for her to cheers with the left arm. So that kind of, yeah, that was kind of a way for people to go, actually, is there another reason why Alyssa doesn't want Nikki to stay? So yeah, she explained that she, when she was 22, had a car crash, and if she was to win the game, she would use it to buy a second hand, not to buy a house or anything like that, which is obviously fair enough, and it's something that she wants to do, which probably makes it even more difficult if people go against her, because she's actually doing it for a good cause for herself. Before the first banishing, they did a game. So there was £10,000 up for grabs. There was a team of 12, team of 7, they had to split between themselves. And what they had to do is the team of 7 had to play a song, which was by pulling the chord number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. And then from the song, the team of 12 would have to run around the house, find the little box which had a dancing figure of some sort, which had the same song, and then find that figure somewhere in the house. So I think one of the songs was about a ballerina. In the box, there was a ballerina, and then they had to find ballerina related item around the house. So I think they found a pair of ballet shoes. So there was 5 rounds of that. They got 4 out of the 5 correct, which meant they added another 8,000 to the pot, with obviously 2,000 being lost. And obviously during round 4 as well, Faye was a little bit not confident with the musical rhythms, so maybe that could be a reason that some of them now distrust her. She just may not be musical, but they will use any reason when they're in there, because you literally can't trust anyone. So yeah, that was kind of a little thing where it could change votes. Again, at the table, there was 19 people. All 19 of them voted, and whoever had the most votes was going to be banished then and there. And just before they had their little discussion, Theo said he can finally now sit around the table and spit the facts, by instead of just having ideas and thoughts and whatever, he can actually then face his facts to the table. But I think obviously for him, it's maybe something to be a bit careful about because he actually already got himself nearly removed the night before. Wilfred said that he would be able to plant seeds about Imran, and he also hopes that people will banish each other, so like, vote for each other, and that his name doesn't get mentioned. Hannah thinks that Amanda's the most genuine in there, or she thinks she's not got a bad soul, and obviously it's kind of not a good thing to trust Amanda because Amanda's a traitor, but Hannah's a comedian, so she's kind of in a line of work where you sometimes have to act or be a certain way, so she might actually be okay. And then Aaron, Matt and Alex had a little chat saying that they think it could be Imran, Faye, John as the traitors, and as they were speaking about Imran, he obviously came outside and they kind of managed to change the subject. So there's a little bit of a clique going on with Aaron, Matt and Alex, and obviously secretly with Alex and Tom, so hopefully, yeah, people won't know that him and her are a couple, but Alex technically has a group of 4, so she's got 4 out of 19 people on her team, so that's a good group as of now. Andrea said she had no idea who to vote for. Faye obviously agreed that they need to work out who the traitors are, and Theo said that they need to get one of them out tonight. As of now, the current money pot is at 23,000, and yeah, it was over to Claudia Winkelman to just basically tell all 19 of them that they could now have an open discussion, and it was over to whoever the first person was who was going to be confident enough to obviously speak in front of the table, and it was Hannah that went first. Remember, she said that Amanda was really, really pure and genuine, which obviously is not true, but also Hannah is not a traitor as of now. And she just posed the question, does anybody feel very confident? I'm pretty sure. And I think she pointed the finger straight at Nikki. So yeah, that was the first poke. And then it went over to Amanda, and she agreed that there have been some people that have changed their personas over time, 2 in particular. Faye also then went in to say that she'd seen a massive change in Nikki. Again, first 3 people to speak up, Hannah, Amanda, Faye. Just keep an eye on all 3 of them, whether they're traitors or faithfuls. By obviously being the first to speak up, that kind of puts a spotlight on you, but whether good or bad, we won't know. And then Alyssa called out Nikki about the glass situation. She's brought that same story up 3 times now, so I don't want her to keep bringing up the same story for people to just keep dismissing it kind of thing. So she brought up the story saying Nikki didn't raise her glass. Nikki then had that comeback of, well, I didn't raise the glass because I haven't got a right hand and I'm not doing it with my left. And Nikki, she had a comeback saying, you're all wrong and you're all going to find out. Aaron, he was the only person that kind of put a finger towards Imran, saying that there was things that he'd said and he kind of seemed a little bit nervous. But again, Aaron was kind of on his own there because no one else brought up Imran's name. Whether they were thinking it or not, they didn't say that at the table. So again, Aaron putting a target on Imran may actually put a target back to Aaron. And Imran said that although he hasn't actually interacted with Nikki, he has a feeling that one of the traitors could be Faye. So again, Faye replied to that and she said, I'm telling you, I'm a faithful. So it came to the votes. I'm not going to read out all of the individual votes, but pretty much everyone voted for Nikki. Nikki actually voted for Faye, and Aaron, like I previously said, went for Imran. So with 16 votes, because obviously Nikki can't vote for herself, 16 out of 18 votes, Nikki was banished. She obviously revealed that she was a faithful. Everyone was in shock. The fake tears started and obviously everyone was upset. But one of the things that Hannah said was that if she was a faithful, the way that she played the game wasn't very good, because she didn't defend herself enough, which is a very good thing. If you're being blamed for something, you need to either acknowledge it and go, oh my god, yes, it was me, you've caught me, or actually no, it wasn't me because of XYZ with evidence. Aaron then basically said he made everyone else look stupid because he voted for someone who potentially could have been a traitor, and Wilfred said that he has survived another day, which is obviously good. Alyssa said that she also had genuine tears for Nikki, but although there were those tears, she remembered that she had to play that game of traitor, and sometimes Matt thinks that going forward he now has to think about what he does before he votes and not be swayed by everyone else, what they're saying. So he kind of seems like a bit of a follower. Again, if his group get dismantled, he kind of may be lost on his own, or maybe he won't know who to trust, or he may be recruited as a traitor because then it seems like he's still lost and then can get info and intel for the rest of the traitors. So he could be one that could be potentially switched if lucky enough. Imran said, yeah, about the herd mentality, everyone seems to just be following everyone because you don't want to be seen as someone voting for someone else because then that automatically puts a target on you. And Theo said there's something about Imran that he doesn't like. Tom and Alex, obviously the couple of the castle, once Rayanne left, they had a cute little kiss, cute moment together, which potentially could have been their last if one of them gets removed. And then obviously at the Traitors table, Wilfred, Amanda and Alyssa all decided to have another chat about who they felt was potential to go and who obviously as of now is suspicious. So Wilfred initially said that they should keep all the suspicious people in the game, so the people like Faye, the people like John, for example, who, and Imran, who kind of have targets on them but not to remove them, otherwise it seems like they're then losing their own people that they could switch potentially. So yeah, it's a good idea, keep all those that are suspicious, because obviously if they're not killed, it makes it even more of a reason for those people to be traitors. Whereas if you get rid of someone like Imran, people will be like, well hang on, it's not Imran, so maybe it's someone that we think is nice who's actually being weird. So it's a very good tactic. And then they kind of all discussed, so Amanda said that Faye seems to be dropping some names to save herself. They said that Ivan and Tom could be potentials to be removed, but Amanda said that Ivan's actually quite good at the challenges, so to keep him for now. And Alyssa said that Tom was on her radar. And they said the other potentials to be removed from the game are either Aaron or Claire. And Wilfred said his plan was to befriend people and portray them as and how you needed to. Alyssa also explained that Alex was a dark horse, so that's kind of included that kind of majority of the Alex, Aaron, and Matt group. Again, Matt's not really a worry at the moment because he's kind of just there. But yeah, Aaron for speaking up. They said that Alex was quite intellectual the way that she spoke up, and again, obviously Claire, she's trying to be that motherly figure. She's like Aisha, working things out maybe a little bit too much. And Alyssa, to kind of end the episode, said it's better to give confusion than a strategy to follow. So by them taking out some random person in some random group, it'll make people go, well hang on, who did he or she not like, and why did that person get removed from the game? So that's what we've got up to as of now. That's the second episode, very, very good so far. Got 10 left to go. I'm about to go and watch the third one. But yeah, if you did enjoy this episode, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Obviously, like I said, we've now lost Nikki, and we're also about to have our second person who's going to be murdered at midnight. So yeah, until the third episode of review, I'll see you soon, and goodbye.